Hey, what is going on? We are back. Stream number 2 on the day. Currently at the 2605 pass in that KVK. Looks like they were able to burn the SJ-32 fort again. 1846 fort is also still on fire here. But it does look like 846 has field control, right? Oh, here comes SW though, just as I say that. And there goes SW. Let's look at that 1175 pass over there, see if 846 still controls it. And they do. The numbers of 302 and 1175 have greatly thinned out since we were last watching. This fort is about done. What do we got? 30,000, what, that's 6-7 hours? 33,000, another 6 or 7 hours there. So yeah, these are all right around 6 to 8 hours for these forts to go down if they stay on fire. What's up, Hassan? Roberts, good to see you. Anthony, I'm doing well. Very well. How about you? We will look at 2489 here. I know Apocalypse is streaming fights in 2489, so if all you want to see is 2489, head over to his stream. We'll drop a link in chat here. It's been as I was watching his stream for the last couple of hours, it's been a lot of cheeseburgering by 41. So hope they brought the pickles and the French fries. Up in this other zone here, 2010 is struggling against 44. And Only Farmer is streaming 484 fights exclusively. So if all you want to watch is the 484 and 2010 fights, then head on over to Only Farmer and give her a look. And if you're not already subscribed to either of those individuals, please do so. Very good people. They stream all the time. Yeah, 84 is all over this 2010 zone. All over. There was another streamer I was watching who's in 2010 making comments about 44 using bots, so you know, who knows what that's all about. I mean, they have an overwhelming presence here, that is a fact. But I kind of want to watch the Smash Squad 846 pass. It's like 05 comes out, 846 pushes them back. 05 comes out, 846 pushes them back. You know, ever since I've been playing this game, I've heard accusations when people are getting overwhelmed on the field or their march is targeted by, you know, 3 different players at the same time. I've always heard, oh, they're using bots. They're using bots. I have never once played in a KVK where I felt honestly in my heart that the other team was 100% botting. I mean, if you play Ark of Osiris long enough, you know that there are players calling out targets, and you're gonna get targeted. You're gonna get swarmed down by 20 people. It's just unavoidable. You played Ark of Osiris long enough, and you've done enough middle fights in Ark of Osiris. You know how people target you all at the same time. They'll be calling out targets, marking your armies. I mean, with this feature now, you can mark armies, right? So I would be very, very, very surprised if these guys are using bots to fight. What's up, Aloys? I mean, I know there are bots for farming. I have known people that have had them. I have never used them. I mean, I transfer resources off of 10 farms, probably once a month, twice a month, and nothing has ever happened to me. But I don't use bots. I send every single farmer out manually. Yeah, I mean, exactly. A lot of people these days just look for excuses. We lost because they were botting, or we lost because of this, or we lost because our allies sucked. Instead of taking accountability that they may have made mistakes. It's a lot easier to point fingers than it is to take accountability. Reminder while I remember, right? Tomorrow, Saturday at 17 UTC, we are doing the podcast with Plato, Apocalypse Gaming, and Beast. We've got 7 topics ironed out for tomorrow. HQ and Justinian, thoughts about them now that we've seen them in action in KVK. OL predictions, reactions. We'll kind of, maybe Plato can recap the KVK drama in 2268. Talk about this 1846 KVK, where seemingly it's them versus the world now. Included in that, we'll have a moment of silence for 1254. 1093, 1365, 1960, no match found. The drama behind that. We'll look at any updates on the 2049, 1484 KVK. And then kind of provide our thoughts on multi-dispatch now that it's live in game. And then, of course, we always take questions from the chat. So if you're around tomorrow at 17 UTC, be sure and tune in to Plato's channel. If you're not already subscribed to Plato, go there and subscribe now so you get notified when he goes live at 17 UTC tomorrow for that podcast. What's up, Jerkul? Dino Master? I'm doing very good. Yourself? Yes, thank God it is Friday. .846 wants none of that. Okay. Fuck you. If you're going to stick your nose out of the pass, hit and run back behind the pass, yeah, we're going to come down here. We're going to sit down here. We're not going to let you do that. Steak, rice, and gravy? Nice. Nice. Every Friday we do takeout. My wife doesn't want to cook. It's the end of a long work week. I don't want to cook. It's the end of a long work week. So every Friday we do takeout. Oops, sorry, I got to typing a response in a message here, and y'all are staring at my marker screen. That's no bueno. Nine likes? Is that all? Come on. Don't make me beg. Been up since 2 a.m., so cut me some slack if I'm not overly talkative this evening. Corn on the cob and a bacon tomato sandwich. There's nothing like fresh picked corn on the cob, drenched in butter. The problem I find with corn on the cob is every time you buy quote unquote fresh corn on the cob, it's not really fresh. My understanding with corn on the cob is you pick it, you eat it, it's at 100% flavor right then and there. You pick it, every 24 hours you wait to eat it, the flavor drops by 50%. So day 1 down to 50%, day 2 down to 25%, day 3, so on and so forth. My brother-in-law's got a nice big garden. He grows corn on the cob, so I really only eat corn on the cob once or twice a year, and it's if we can go into the garden and pick it and make it that same night. I mean, those Green Giant corn on the cob niblets, they have better flavor than a lot of corn on the cob you buy at roadside stands because it's fresher, it's flash frozen. That's nice. Yeah, I don't live in the country, but close enough to the country. But we just haven't found a good roadside stand that's actually got what they advertise: fresh picked corn on the cob. Yeah, exactly. You can definitely tell when you have the good stuff versus stuff that's been sitting even a day. The flavor just pops in your mouth. So good to eat, but then you spend a half hour picking, using a toothpick picking that corn out of your teeth, right? So Mimi's starting to show up here. 1175 is. Maybe they're waking up. It's like 7:30 in South Korea. You eat it, then you pick it out of your teeth, and 24 hours later it comes out the other side, whole kernels and all. But it's still worth it. It's still worth it. Every second is worth it. Alright, looks like this KVK is fairly stagnant with just some field fighting here and there, so we're gonna Go back and see what 2489 is doing. Again, right? Apocalypse is fighting in 2489. So if you exclusively want to see the fights that 2489 is having, I would suggest jumping over to his channel, tuning in there. Tell him Lambo says hello. If you are looking to exclusively watch the fights that 1484 is having with 2010, Only Farmer was streaming that last I checked. So I would suggest jumping over to her channel and watching her. Otherwise, we'll be just jumping around and going wherever the fighting takes us. Yeah. Jump on your grandmother's phone, hit that like button. See, A knows the drill. He's here all the time. He knows the drill. Notice I did not put feet pics in this poll, though. They got a couple flags to get through before they can hit this fort. That's a serious choke point right there. Nope, Only Farmer is a girl. One of the few Rise of Kingdoms female content creators out there. So, don't be a sexist pig. Make sure and jump over to her channel and give her a subscription. Come on, folks, smash that like button. 15 on the poll and only 11 likes. See, Baz is on top of it. Baz is on top of it. Sad part is you got to remind people, right? I mean, if I didn't have the poll up there, we'd probably have 3 likes. I seem to get a good 50% more likes when we got a poll going. I wish I didn't have to do it, but hey, gotta do what you gots to do. After the stream this morning, I got something to eat. Grabbed my youngest son. We went outside. About 2 weeks ago in the storm, the one I was casting during, that I lost power and the stream kind of dropped. Had a tree blow down. A nice huckleberry tree. That it gave good fruit too. Little huckleberry berries. They were quite tasty. But unfortunately, we lost that tree in the backyard. We just have not had time to go and start cutting it all up. So my son and I went out there and took the chainsaw. I got a little Black & Decker electric chainsaw. It's nothing, it's not like one of these big 2-person gas chainsaws. But the battery only lasted about 45 minutes. We got about a third to 40% roughly chopped up into smaller bits and pieces. Man, my fucking back is killing me. But, these other content creators that are streaming, they're friends of mine. Right? And I know some people are here specifically to watch one KVK over another, so, hey, if they can come here and get told exactly where to go to view what they want to view, and they're watching somebody's stream, I'm okay with that. That's why I try not to stay on one side of this KVK for very long. We'll jump over, we'll check how things are going, because it's Only Farmer's KVK, it's Apocalypse's KVK, it's not my KVK. And I get it, there's the world of YouTube content creation is cutthroat, or so people tell me, but this is just fun for me. I do this as a hobby. Whose flags are burning here? okay. It's 89, yep. I know some of these guys, they really want to, and girls, this is something they strive to do for a living. We'll stay here and we'll watch, it'll probably be DV rallying this flag again. So there are all kinds of city restrictions on fire pits. You can have a fire pit, but it can't be so many feet by the house, and it has to be in an open area with no overhanging trees and branches and all this and that and the other thing. But the fire is not supposed to exceed a maximum height of so high, and it's not like you can just burn your yard waste in the backyard. That'd be nice, because I'd drag that shit in the middle of my brother-in-law's garden once his garden's done for the season, and just dump some gasoline and drop a match on it. But unfortunately, you can't do that. And then to get rid of yard waste, you got to bag it up in the brown bags and set it on the curb, and they only pick that up once a month. Or you got to get a trailer and make sure there's a tarp on the trailer, and buy a permit to go to the yard waste site and drop it off there personally. And they're only open from like 8 a.m. to noon 4 days a week or some shit like this. I don't know. So we generally do that maybe once or twice a year. We got an old dog kennel in the backyard that I just pile all the yard garbage in there, and then get my brother-in-law to let us use his trailer once a year, twice a year. Yeah, and I mean that was the same whenever we went to visit my grandparents. They lived on a farm, and that's how they got rid of their garbage, is they burned it. You didn't have garbage pickup. You just dig a big hole in the side of the hill and throw everything in it to burn. Unfortunately, I don't have a hill in my backyard, but that's not a bad idea, right? You gotta vent that somehow, right? You gotta get fresh air in there, the oxygen in there to feed the foe is rallying. Tariq Pakal. Hey, there's Electro King. Second time today. What's going on, King? Good to see ya. Let's see if we can get a plug for Electro King in before this rally burns the flag. For those of you that don't know Electro King, he does a lot of the graphics for me. Overlays, intros, outros, icons, emojis, you name it, Electro King does it. If you are looking for anything graphics related, be sure and contact Electro King. You can find him on my Discord server or in Kingdom 1029 in the Alliance PK. Reasonable prices, very fast turnaround, great customer service. Don't give your money to those Fiverr guys. Instead, support a fellow Rise of Kingdoms player and get your graphics from Electro King. Whew, there, I did it. Flag's red. 60-foot flames? Are you kidding me? Oh shit. I gotta change that, don't I? We gotta change that Nightbot message. I forgot that even existed. Edit. Kingdom 1029. Alliance PK. Submit. Alright, let's try that again. Well, get ready, plug your ears. Here it comes. If there's anyone out there in either of these kingdoms that want to send me reports, please feel free. I will not IM people asking them for reports in the middle of their fighting. I think that's just rude. Unless it's Redline, I'll send him messages asking him for reports. But Redline is special. Every day is his birthday. $11.75, 846 pass, I should say. Not much going on there. Those forts are still on fire. They're backed up by other forts, though, so we got more forts to burn after the first layer goes down. We being 846, right? I'm not playing there. Smash Squad pass. More open field fighting with 846. I got Nevsky, Jones, Scipio, Guan, and Boudica all maxed. But is the least skills Liang to be playable in the open field? I will defer to others in chat that are much smarter than I am. I'm going to be honest with you, my friend, Notati. I don't use commanders myself until they're expertise. I'm not trying to sound egotistical or thump my own chest or whatever. It's just I've got enough commanders. I don't need to. This first skill though, direct damage. You want that damage reduction 15%. So you want this one at 5. Archer health 30%. That's huge. Damage 5%. An additional 500 damage. Really, really good. Plus, if you're under a control effect, you have a 50% chance to negate the effect in that. Yeah, so yeah, negating of a control effect is huge these days. Only archer units, 20% extra skill damage. I mean, again, increased archer attack 50%. I would think 5551 minimum. But that's just me. Jacob is saying 5511 Zug is better than YSG. Yeah, try it out. Try it out. Can I explain the birthday Redline thing? I sure can. Yeah, I mean, you can, you can, A, smartass. What do you mean usable? At 5511, he is better than YSG maxed, but someone else will have him, or any other meta commanders maxed, and you'll get shit on. Very true. Very true. If you're looking for a pure AoE March, ZL, YSG, fantastic, right? But I think it's rather squishy, and I would prefer to separate the two myself. But I fight differently than many people. I just take my marches and I slam them into the enemy marches. I try and do as much damage as possible. So I like to split up my high AoE commanders. Alright, so the story behind Redline and Happy Birthday, right? So there was, back when Wick Gaming was streaming, both Redline and I were watching one of John's streams. And John had to step away for a minute. So Redline and I both wished John Wick a happy birthday live in a stream. And it was not John's birthday. But at least 30, 40 people also then, oh my goodness, it's John Wick's birthday. Let's wish John Wick happy birthday. So John Wick comes back to his computer after he was doing whatever he needed to do, probably taking a shit. And all the messages in his chat are, happy birthday, John. Happy birthday, John. And he didn't know what to do. He's like, guys, it's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. And yet people just kept going, happy birthday, John. Happy birthday, John. So ever since then, whenever I join one of Redline streams, I wish Redline a happy birthday. And generally, when he comes to my streams, he'll wish me a happy birthday, even though it's not even close to our birthdays. So that's the short of the happy birthday story. It all started on one of John Wick's streams. Yeah, it was hilarious. John was so freaking confused when he came back and sat down at his PC. Everyone's wishing him happy birthday, and it's not his birthday. He's like, "What's going on? Why is everyone wishing me happy birthday?" Then he scrolled back in chat, and he's, "God damn it, Lambo! God damn it, Redline! What the hell are you guys telling people?" And all in his thick Italian accent too, which made it even more hilarious because it's kind of mixed Italian, mixed English at the time. I miss that dude. I wish he was still playing. I think it carried on for about an hour. Yeah, give or take. Give or take. Even today, every time I go to Redline stream and I wish we'd say happy birthday, Redline, there's at least 3 or 4 people. Oh my God, it's Redline's birthday, and everyone, 3 or 4 people, then happy birthday, Redline. And he's got to stop what he's doing and spend, 30, 45 seconds. It's not my birthday, Lambo, shut the fuck up. So, it probably 2 years ago that initially happened, but we still have fun with it. So, there's an Italian in 1029, Callo. He was also in 561, I think it was. And he's got a real thick accent. I mean, there are times that, I'll be trying to multitask, and Callo will say something, and I'll have to literally stop everything I'm doing, close my eyes, and focus only on what he is saying to understand it. Right? But there's a few Italian words, specific words that I know, or phrases that I know, that I learned back when I was 16, 17 and worked with an Italian guy. So I'll always, if I don't understand something he's saying, I'll always, say those words, and he'll just stop me. That's not a good word, Lambo. Don't use that word. That's not a good word. So 489 went both ways and won both zones. Not necessarily, right? They did go both ways, right? It looks like they got a very good handle on this zone. They did go into this zone as well, and 2133, which is a 32.7 billion power kingdom. 32.7. Right, that's 7 billion more power than 2489 has. All they did is take this level 4 pass and drop a fort right here next to a bastion. That's it. Which I don't. Oh, okay. There's an 89 flag on fire here now. Look out! Look out! They're on the offensive. But that's all they did. So I don't quite understand that. A kingdom like 2489 that it does not have 600-700 players in it. If you can spread them out and make them fight on 2 separate fronts, divide and conquer, right? I don't understand what the thought process is between 2133 not building into this zone and trying to put pressure on various areas where 89 is building. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So did they win this zone? Well, yeah. Did they have fights in this zone? Well, no. Exactly, Tash. I mean, it makes no sense to me whatsoever. I mean, you can save yourself to fight with 1188 and 1525 later, but how you're not helping 2341 or 1979 by not fighting now. I mean, these guys would stand a better chance in this zone if there was pressure being put on 2489 in this zone. So I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. Maybe there's a lot of people out there that are smarter than me, but maybe this is some advanced, hey, let's lull them to sleep, make them think we're not going to fight type of tactic. I don't know. Which kingdom is 1605? Oh, did I put 1605 in the thumbnail? Dang it. I sure did, didn't I? Sure as shit I did. Thank you for letting me know I have updated the thumbnail. Appreciate that. A quick and easy fix. I can't believe I'm so tired. Can't believe I did that. Nice thumbnail except for that. So all my thumbnails are made by Electro King. He does all my graphics for me. The only thing I have to do with those thumbnails is drop the text on there. So that was me. I take full accountability for the 1605 instead of 2605. That was not Electro King. Perfectly clear with that. He makes the thumbnails, I drop the text on. That's about the extent of my graphics capabilities right there. Let's see what happens when this flag goes down. This one will expand territory a little bit, which means several of these will probably auto TP. But there may be a few off territory that they can attack. At least 1, 2, 3, 4. Can someone tell SW to migrate? It's hard to remember that number. I keep saying 2606, 1506, etc. So next time they migrate, we need to try and hijack the Alliance name and sell it back to them, right? Where's the feet pics? I already sent them, Pete. You didn't get them? I swear I sent the email. I got a read receipt from you. Yeah, right here. It says you read the email with feet pics at 4:32 p.m. Central Standard Time. You might want to check your email client in the software. I think you might have got hacked. Somebody viewed those feet pic emails. instead of you. Cash Point says, and these are his words, not mine, 1 KVK loss, and these fairies will run with their tails tucked again. If you need action, there is a fight at Mimi Fort and SW Pass. Thank you. We can go check that out. This flag. See some cities burn there. We'll check it out. We'll go to all the cities reporting away. I saw one leave. Don't mind the 25 likes. YouTube is lagging. It's 250 actually. Okay, that's good. Ooh, yeah, nice fight here. And this is why they're fighting, right? The passes, or that fort is repairing. I mean, just being honest, this KVK, right? When 846 puts their mind to it, they can pretty much do whatever they need to do in one section of the map. The fact that they're fighting hard in 2 different places on the map, it's going to make Kingsland difficult. I mean, if they're fighting 1175, 2605, and 1302 in Kingsland, it's going to be hard. I mean, we know 254 is out of this KVK, so that leaves a few other kingdoms to assist them, and I don't know if it can happen. But yeah, 846, they are crazy. Well, that fort's going down quick. We're not going to blow your eardrums out again. Oh, and look at that. We're building back building a fort right here. So yeah, I mean, this warrior is unbound, right? It's supposed to... Oh, you can only put forts next to passes and flags. It doesn't do anything to prevent fort walls. Hey, Panther. Thank you for the 5 bomb. I greatly appreciate that, my friend. Hope all is well with you. If you don't know Black Panther Gaming, he's got a YouTube channel himself. He's in 2268, and we will find out from Plato tomorrow in the Creators Corner podcast at 17 UTC exactly what Black Panther did to cause the drama in that KVK. So be sure and tune in tomorrow on Plato's channel at 17 UTC. Did you like that segue? That's pretty good, huh? Alright, so they got that fort on fire again. Again, there's a fort right here. So I don't know what Warriors Unbound has done to prevent the fort walls. It makes it harder, I think, because, you know, in another KVK, they would have to carpet this entire zone with flags so the enemy can't just sneak in and drop a fort somewhere. But it makes it even harder for the enemy to actually get into this zone if you can just backbuild fort at backbuild fort, backbuild fort. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan of this KVK type or not. And this is definitely not a KVK for small kingdoms to do. Just these wide open zones. All right, let's find the, right here, right? Kind of looks like the same. Well, 846, it looks like they have gone to help burn that fort on the other side, the Mimi forts. That was an immaculate segue. What's up, Joe? Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree, Grim. It will be very hard in Kingsland if it's 846 versus the world, but they're one of the few kingdoms who I think could potentially do that. So yeah, once again, it looks like SW came through the pass. 846 and 2332. I'm sorry, there's so many numbers now. 2332, yes. Hey, I got it right. Once again, pushed them back through the pass. So, and of course, their opportunistic people then come and hit the last slowest march walking home, right? Kind of want to go back to this 2049 side though and see if that fort fell and if any of those cities are going to get hit. Probably shouldn't bookmark the pass, but nope, looks like all the cities got out in time. Unless this one's off territory. Nobody is watching. What's your honest opinion on 2605 so far? Mimi or Justin? Yeah, Justin's the GOAT, man. You know, the amount of deads he got in the last KVK, in a losing KVK, the amount he contributes to the different content creators to help them out, Justin's the GOAT. He is a hardcore fighter, and he supports the entire community, not just one or two content creators. So you gotta love Justin. It's hard to say. I mean, we've only seen a few days of fighting from 2605. You know, when they put their mind to it, and 846 is over here fighting 1175, they do quite well. You know, but again, 846 is over here fighting 1175 when they're making their pushes, when they're burning their forts. When 846 decides to go over to that pass, 846 has had no problem with 2605. And I'm just keeping it real here. You know, I know players in all these kingdoms, right? And I'm just keeping it real here. And that's just due to a numbers thing. I think 2605 is on the path to building a very nice kingdom, modeled much like 2489, modeled much like 1960. But I don't think all of the players in that kingdom are at that spending level yet where they're all maxing their tech before these passes open. You know, until they get to that point, I don't think they will be able to take on bigger kingdoms in a 1v1 type situation. You know, like the 846s, the 1365s, the 1093s. That's my honest opinion. You know, and you know, like it or not, you asked for my opinion, that's it. You know, I'm not trying to insult anyone. I'm just trying to be honest and answer that question, right? Yes, 2605 is Chisgle's new kingdom. You are correct, Baz. 1846 is building WIB as a max tech alliance also. Yeah, I mean, when you have a kingdom that big, you need to have at least one alliance that's okay. Everybody in this alliance is maxing tech, or you're in a different alliance. So if that's what they're doing, I would say that's the right move. It's going to piss off a lot of people that have been in WIB for a long, long time, given everything that they have in prior KVKs, and are now being told, well, sorry, if you're not buying bundles, you got to go to one of these other alliances. But these kingdoms have to continue to evolve, or they will die. Zed says they will need multiple migrations to set up a real fighting kingdom. For the moment, they can't come like this and defeat an already installed kingdom. Yeah, exactly. It's going to take time. The thing is, do a lot of the people that went to 2605 with Chisgul, with War Daddy Chad, with Cortex, are they going to be patient and wait that time and trust in the process, or do they want immediate results? We'll find out who is there just for the rewards, just because they wanted to be near the biggest content creator in the game, and who is there to help build a strong kingdom. 605 has potential, but as a new group playing together in their first KVK, they will need several KVKs yet. They'll need several KVKs to bring in new people, bring in new fighters, bring in new spenders, to weed out the dead weight. Absolutely. Couldn't agree with that statement more. Is there a bundle requirement in 1029? There is not. What's up, Bad Don? There is not. The bundle requirement in 1029 is that everybody collect their gifts on a daily basis to help grow the alliance gift level and help get the credits in the storehouse. That's the only requirement. Yeah, I'm sure Osiris League was a factor, and that's why they came to the realm that they are in, right? I think they are going to have trouble if they come up against either of the 2489 squads in Osiris League. I remember when Chisgul was in 1039. The players in White Tigers all but guaranteed to the kingdom that they would bring home the first ever Osiris League championship. And there was a lot of high-powered players on that team. But they didn't have the tactics. They didn't have the strategy. They thought they could overwhelm everyone with their strength. And OV whooped them. OV whooped them good. I've watched that season 1 match several times now. And they kind of came back to the kingdom after that match with their tail between their legs. Osiris League is not just about raw power. You have to have the tactics, you have to have the teamwork, you have to have the strategy. Micro mistakes are magnified the further and further you get into the Osiris League playoffs. You make a small mistake, forget to change your garrison captain in the top 32 and the top 64 in the group stages. It's generally not a big deal, but you forget to change a garrison captain one time in a top 8, top 4, top 2 match, and it could be the difference between winning and losing. Soren says, I'm a member of Smash Squad 2605 personally. Personally, I think we're showing good signs, but we still have a long way to go in order to become one of the strongest kingdoms. Very well stated. Very well stated. I like the name change from SW to 60 SW. Did they change their name? No, I still see SW here. Yeah, well, MX is a different team this year though too, right? I mean, they had a large migration into 1960 from 412. So I think a lot of those MX players are players from 412. You know, I think if it was the same MX team as in prior years, I think the match would have been, I don't necessarily think MX would have won. Wib played a fantastic game, but I think it would have been a little bit closer. John Wick was an amazing with numbers and statistician person. Before all the rule changes, he seemed to have the timing down for everything in OL. I'm sure he wasn't the only one doing it. Yeah, so, I mean, the thing with John Wick, when I played with OV in Season 3, right, he had the most complex strategy and spreadsheet out there. You know, he had specific times that you had to have your marches in specific areas of the field. He would give you specific times when you were to use your teleport. This was before you could teleport with troops on the field, right? And if you did not have your marches dead and back in your city when your window opened up to do that teleport, somebody else got it, and you waited, and you waited, and you waited. You know, so he was very detail-oriented when he came to ARC. Every single time that we had Ark of Osiris, he and one or two other people would spend time talking to each and every person on the team. Okay, Lambo, what are your assignments for Ark? And you would have to recap exactly what your assignments were for that next match, minute by minute of the entire match. And he would not leave you alone until he was comfortable that you knew exactly where you were supposed to be and what you were supposed to be doing. That's how crazy it was, and that's how stressful it was playing on a top tier team. Oh, 60 SW was the name change in the rock community, making fun of SW. Okay, all right. Been switching to only farm. Hey, no problem. No problem. Again, Apocalypse Gaming is streaming 2489 KVK exclusively. Only Farmer is streaming the 1484 side of that KVK exclusively. They're both fighting in KVK. They are both good friends of mine. If you want to watch one of those KVKs exclusively, you know, head on over to their streams. Do it. I will not be insulted at all. At the end of the day, the most important thing to me is that you guys are entertained. And if that means watching my stream or watching one of my friends' streams, hey, you know, do what you want to do. Life is too short. You don't have to stick around here if you don't want to see this KVK. I totally understand. You know, we're kind of jumping back and forth from KVK to KVK wherever the fighting takes us. So, and thank you, Baz, for dropping those links in chat. I appreciate that. What's up, Clap? Yeah, and I mean, the thing playing on OV2 is sorry about that, had to sneeze. You know, before you expertise the commander, if you were on the ARC team, it was like, okay, John, this is what I'm thinking. Is this what you would like me to do? I mean, you could not play on that team unless you had William. William was a new commander at that time. Unless you had William to at least 5551. If you didn't have Saladin expertise, if you didn't have Guan expertise. You know, there were certain commanders that you had to have to be on that team. Yoda already dropped 100 million power. Nice. Nice. Oh, we will give SW the nuke here. Plug your ears. Didn't take much for them to get that fort on fire. I mean, yeah, this is about the time of night where they have the numbers, right? Compared to 2332, compared to 1846, it was now seemingly focused more so on the 1175 side of the field. So I think when they have the numbers, or when the numbers are even, they do very well. They do not necessarily dominate their opponents, but they put in a very damn good show. But when 846, they just have the numbers. They just have that. I mean, that's it. They have the players and they have the numbers and the experience that when they set their mind to it, they can just drop 15 cities poured in and they push 2605 back through the pass. That all comes with time too, right? So. And, that happens to the best of the kingdoms. Most kingdoms have a downtime. Most kingdoms have an uptime. Some more than others, but... Flap says, to be honest, I'm not watching, I'm just listening. Hey, man, if you want to listen, that's fine. If you want to watch, that's fine. Whatever trips your trigger. I'm watching you and Only Farmer on different devices. Y'all can always watch. Yeah, you can. I mean, there are Sundays when ARC is on that I will have. Well, let's see. I had 2, 4, 6, 8. I think I had 8 matches. Back when content creators could actually stream ARC matches, I probably had 8 matches streaming. On these 4 monitors and another one going on my tablet. But you can't do that these days. They're only streaming 3 matches. Lambo is cheating on 1093. He has finally joined me in the 1846 fan club. No. I'm still a 1093 fanboy. I think they are probably the best organized kingdom in the game. And the players in 1093 really buy into the kingdom and alliance first philosophy. I mean, you see them methodically work the field, move in, clear the field, burn the fort, move to the next one. Clear the field, burn the fort, move to the next one. I mean, it is methodical. And when you see a ball of 1093 players and they want to move the ball, everyone in the ball moves. There are hardly ever any AFK troops. Most of these other Imperium kingdoms, you see them ball up. People will ball up and they'll sit there AFK for hours. I mean, the ball can move 10 different times and there will still be AFK troops back where the initial ball formed, 5 hours ago. Not 1093. That's what's most impressive to me. I mean, it's like a freaking swarm of bees. And I've played against 1093 and 1254, and 1093 was something else. I mean, I've been impressed with how 846 is handling this KVK. I haven't seen any crying on Facebook or this isn't fair. They're just going in, they're having fun, they're fighting their asses off. They don't care if it's 1175, 1302, or 2605 that they're fighting. They're just going in, they're putting in the work, they're putting in the time, and they have earned respect. Whether they win or lose this KVK, I think they have earned respect. And the reason we're kind of hovering over here, right, is because we got a fort that's repairing. So we want to see the takedown. That's a good analogy, Baz. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Most Imperiums, when they hit, it's death by a sword. It hurts. 1093 is death by 1,000 cuts. It doesn't hurt as bad, but in the open field, they just don't stop. A says 1093 is awesome, but they have too many fans. I like to support the small clubs. Makote got 2 million dead less than Yoda in that KVK, but got no spotlight. They both went crazy. Makote is definitely one of the top fighters in this game, period. Soren says, I was in 1093 before going to 2605. We had rallies going on forts where we were connected to 24/7 Max Tech rally leader filled with only farms. They could not keep up with us. Talking about 307. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guys completely outclassed 307 in that KVK. I mean, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. Yeah, Makote and Yoda, they are definitely a tier above. I haven't ever fought with Yoda. I have fought. Makote was in Allied camp during one of the KVKs I was with OV in. And he was on voice a couple of times. Very nice guy, really down to earth for being a megastar. I think MF is still in touch with him. Yeah, I mean, players like MF, players like Makote, players like Foe, players like Arvix, right? They might not be at 1 billion power, but they fight like 1 billion power players. If they lose troops, they just retrain them. They don't care about that power number. It's all about fighting. And I know Yoda doesn't care about the power number either. It's all about fighting for him as well. And the same with Baba. Baba's changed since the first KVK when I fought against Baba. He's become a much better fighter in that kingdom with 1556 with Foe, and then now moving to 2489 with them. So, hats off to Baba. It shows that you can change. So maybe one of these days, maybe Mimi will get it as well. It doesn't seem like she really wants to drop too far in power. It doesn't really make the sacrifices that a lot of these other big players are making in these big KVKs. My perspective only, but will we see a 2 billion power player soon? Well, Yoda was close, right? 2.6, or he was at 1.6, 1.7 if I remember correctly. No disrespect to Mimi, right? I'm just calling it like I see it. I'm sure she's a very nice person. Very pretty girl. Yep, Baz, exactly right. Baz puts it very simply in one sentence. You got to respect the ones who spend that kind of money in the game to gain power, yet use it for their kingdom, not try to protect it just to say I have a bunch of power. Thank you, Pasta Man, and welcome to the stream. Was he at 1.8, Joe? So yeah, I mean, if he trades during this KVK, and gets 50% of his troops back, you know, hell, he might hit 2 million power when he gets his troops back out of KVK. Like, God only knows. Yeah, I mean, 846 doing what they got to do here, moving in, clearing the field. They probably got a rally coming in a few seconds here. More than likely, they've got a rally already set with an anchor in the rally that they can release at any point in time once they get the field to a point where they need the field at. They got to watch the back door here, make sure they don't get back doored, but... When I say an anchor in the rally, that's, maybe sending a one troop march from way across the map, 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away, so that when you're ready to send that rally, you can just kick that march out and the rally's off and running. And I know that's what a lot of these kingdoms are starting to do these days. Even in our KVK, we were starting to do that. Is put an anchor on the rally, and then as soon as we had the field to a point where we wanted to send the rally, where we knew our reinforcements wouldn't get hit, where we knew we had players that were there to support the rally and take out their reinforcements, then you kick that anchor and that rally's off and running. And, speak of the devil, here it comes. I'm going to buff that in probably 3, 2, 1. King buff? King buff? Oh, didn't see the king buff. They're using Hera as primary. That's got to have fully proc leadership gear on it, I would imagine. It's got to be hard to reinforce this fort, though. There's no cities near it. Wow, they canceled the rally. I think 1175 is just coming back with nearly fresh marches, and all of their marches are red or yellow. So they'll probably lock and load and try it again. I'm surprised they canceled that rally, though. I really am. Yeah, I know there are red circles around, but you can do that king skill every 5 minutes, I think, right? That hero was not. I mean, that was not going down though. I mean, Mimi's got a lot of troops here. Well, we can always go check out the Smash Squad side. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're fine just letting this fort burn for the next 12 hours. They did the same thing the other day, right? They just let this fort burn while they focused on the 1175 side of the field. And then once this fort was, 5 or 6 hours away from burning all the way to the ground, or I guess it was a fort up here. Then they dropped another fort. So it appears to me that they're going to do a similar thing. Then 2332 dropped a fort right here. And 846 dropped another fort over here. And then once those forts were built, they're good for another 24 hours, right? Don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the stream. If you want, click the bell icon too, so you're notified when I go live. If not, hey, that's all good. It's all good. Thank you everyone for hanging out here on a Friday night. I know there's lots of places you could go, lots of things that you could be doing on a Friday evening, or maybe it's early Saturday morning where you are and you're just getting up, enjoying your coffee and pancakes, flapjacks, crepes, oatmeal, watching some KVK action. I love that. Look at that name. Bend over. I like that. That's creative. Bend over. I honestly, I don't know when alliance credits become an issue. It depends how many farm alliances they have in the kingdom, how many credits they have in those farm alliances. I mean, we have run into issues ourselves where alliance credits have become a problem, but we're a small kingdom. Now we've got more than enough these days in our main alliance. In our farm alliances, though, it's a little bit of different story. But yeah, the big thing is when we're in KVK, we have a slow build going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Doesn't matter if we need the flag or not. Because they take so much longer to build in KVK map than with a one troop flag than it does in the home kingdom. Home kingdom, we really don't do the one troop builds. But KVK, absolutely. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every single day. Without you, I would have changed so much. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Am I gonna get summoned to court by some lawyer saying that I caused you not to get top 20 honor in your KVK by streaming? Yeah. I mean, these Imperium kingdoms, if they have issues with alliance credits, then it's their own fault. It's due to poor planning. You have to go into each and every KVK as an Imperium kingdom assuming the worst. That you're going to need to drop 6, 7, 8 forts per alliance at some point during the KVK. You plan for the worst and you hope for the best. I think the one time we got into issues with ourselves with Alliance credits was when we wanted, we went into the KVK and we were telling each other, okay, we're sick and tired of taking the lead on Diplo. We're not going to do Diplo. We're not going to do map planning. We're going to let the other guys in our camp do all the map planning, do all the Diplo, and we're just going to fight. That didn't work out so well because the map they had planned, they wanted us to drop a fort here, there, and fucking everywhere. So we were doing like they asked, playing the nice kingdom, right? Dropping a fort here, dropping a fort there. Our territory wasn't connected in any way, shape, or form. It was not cohesive at all, and it was bad. It was bad. So ever since then, we have tried to take the lead in Diplo, or at least have a good voice in those Diplo chats with the other camps, and also have more dedicated resources to the planning of the maps to ensure that we have input on what's going on. Hey, Blue Panther, good to see you. I think the worst thing about playing in a C or a D kingdom is the diplomacy. Because you've got 20 kingdoms in a heroic anthem, 32 to 40 kingdoms in a Strife of the Eight. And a lot of times there are egos in a lot of those kingdoms. People piss and moan if they're not included in a coalition that takes a level 4 pass because their players missed out on 2,000 gems and 9 hours of speed ups. Just shit like that. People look for any excuse to point the finger and accuse you of, it's a conspiracy, you don't like us, blah blah blah. So I have done Diplo. I will do Diplo if I'm asked to do Diplo. I do not enjoy doing Diplo. It stresses me the fuck out because I have to be nice to people, and I cannot necessarily speak my mind and tell them exactly what I'm thinking. I really have to watch myself as well when I live stream when we're in a KVK, so that I don't say stupid shit about our allies and piss them off. And sometimes I can do that, but there are times where the words just come straight out of my mouth without even thinking about what I'm saying. I mean, if Cat and Resurgence and Stitch and our appointed Diplo folks are asleep, then I will definitely step in and weigh in on decisions that need to be made. But I try to avoid the big diplomacy talks. Now, this last KVK, Cat was moving, so I did need to kind of step in there at the end and help negotiate final rewards between our camp and our allied camp. So I documented everything on a spreadsheet. We got together, we talked, that type of thing. But we had a very good relationship with our allies in this last KVK. 2160, by the way, phenomenal CC Kingdom. They have been our allies in 3 KVKs now. We've won all 3 KVKs. We've gotten 2 stars, they've gotten 1 star. We were joking this last KVK because we had to flip a coin to see who got the star this last KVK, because our numbers were so similar. And we were joking, okay, this is the last time we're going to be allies if we keep having to decide who gets the star at the end like this. Next time we face each other, we're going to be enemies, just so there's no question in Kingsland, right? Yeah, I mean, it depends on the day. It depends on Diplo. It all depends on the day. I mean, if I have spent my entire 10 to 12 hour workday on the phone with our IT folks explaining the same damn thing to them 6 different ways from Sunday, and I'm frustrated and I'm pissy and then I'm asked to step into a diplo chat and do diplomacy, I might not be so patient, but most of the time I can be diplomatic and I can be patient if I try. You don't even know. I don't wait to open silver keys. I ask a friend for reports 2049 if I get someone. Oh, hey, thanks. Appreciate that. I could probably check in Fight Club too. There may be. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what that says. Yeah, sometimes they post them in Fight Club or in Plato's or in Archer Den. What's up, Mr. Weedy? Clap says, just blame me, I don't care. Last KVK was funny? How so? Last KVK was enjoyable for the most part. There were a couple of times where things got a little bit tense on Discord. But for the most part, last KVK was fun. So we got the Mexican standoff here. I'm sure they have markers up. Oh, don't chase them into their territory. Oh, don't chase them into their territory. Now they're seeing, oh, hey, there's fighting going on over here. 2332, let's go get them instead. Yep, overcommitting to this side, leaving this side vulnerable. 846 going to move in and wipe these marches here. Every time we had a pass, it was one of those days at work, it seemed like. It will be better in the winter. Just take those days off next time. Mr. Weedy. What's up, eyebrow? Yoda get destroyed of Ape? Yoda got destroyed? Ape destroyed Yoda? What? Oh, over here somewhere? Wasn't watching. Appo is joining us with his viewers. Thank you, Appo, for the raid. You are the man. You guys don't know Apocalypse Gaming yet. You should. Put a link to his chat in here, or to his YouTube in here. I mean, the ladies love that boom boom. You know, if you want those high energy streams, check out Apocalypse Gaming. Although I should change that now, because he just had back surgery, so he is on some killer pain medication. So it should maybe just be for high streams. Check out Apocalypse Gaming. Love you, bro. Thank you for the raid. We'll see. I think you're probably spending the day with family or going to bed, but we'll see you in the morning for the podcast at 17 UTC. Leave the front empty, go kill the ones that are already getting swarmed 10-1 on that side. That's a great plan. Exactly, right? You know, it's like, ooh, shiny, kills over here. Me chase. and leave your friends to get their asses kicked here. Just you like that, Apple, for high streams? Yeah, Ape's a beast. Ape is a beast. Yeah, this is probably not the smartest, right? You're split up into two areas. So Yoda is not against 2489. Right, Yoda is going against 1846. 2489 is going against. Right now, they're fighting against 2341 and 1979. They will soon be fighting against 1188, which is a monster kingdom. But I understand where you're coming from, Blue Panther. Way too many numbers. Way too many numbers. I'm trying to keep it all straight myself. In the thumbnail, I had Kingdom 1605 instead of 2605. One of the 2605 players says, "Hey, really nice thumbnail. I like everything except you got our kingdom number wrong." So. Not this cake, because, right? You're talking about Ape in 2049, right? Yeah, he won't fight Yoda in this KVK. Maybe the next KVK. Unless I'm totally confused here, which may very well be the case. Ape's not in 1846, is he? No, Ape's in 2049. With blood in their eyes, Smash Squad pushes into 1846 territory. I think this is their more active time. 2605, I believe. Start calling people out again. Dark Titan, what are you doing? What are you doing? You got white marches. Where are you going? You got a couple yellow marches. Those marches are still full health. Where are you going to, Andy? Why are y'all running away? Why are you guys splitting up? Yeah, that's what happens. You split up, you start chasing people, and here's the cheeseburgering. Yanni Roy. Yeah, you kind of went in too deep, didn't you? Y'all went off to do your own things. See, where are you all going? I don't get it. I don't get it. You go, everyone focus Chisgel. All right, appreciate it. We'll see you later. Enjoy your dinner, Blue Panther. Should I spend $385 on In Search of Wonders event? Yeah, that event is not worth it. Not worth it at all. Do not spend money in that event. All right, you go eat, Clap. Good to see you. How good is the new Cav Commander? So, if you've already got Nevsky Joan, if you've already got XY William, you do not need the new Cav Commander. He's a bit of an upgrade to XY, but not something you should be dumping a ton of gold universals into unless you are in KVK right now and absolutely need him for fighting. Unless you are in one of the top 8 Osiris leagues and absolutely need him for those middle fights with the Ark. If you're just an average player who's not in KVK, I would not be dumping universals into him. Wait, spin the wheel as many times as you can. Maybe max him right before you need him, right before pass opens in KVK, if you really think that you're going to need that type of upgrade. But he's not a huge upgrade from XY, if you ask me. Pass 7 is what, on the 25th, so it's a week from today. How long can they keep this up? That's a good question. I mean, we watched 2489 and 1960 battle each other for 7-8 days straight. So there's potential there. Now, a better question is, how long can 1846 keep this up, fighting at both this pass and at this pass? Right? I mean, how long are they going to be able to keep it up, putting pressure on 1175 here and defending from 2605 over there? So I mean, I think if 2605 and 1175 could coordinate a time, where they both get hyper aggressive, and 1175 can't get too hyper aggressive because they don't have the pass here anymore, right? But I think if they could have coordinated a time where they're coordinating and having all their players online and they're getting hyper aggressive for a period of 4 to 6 hours together, 846 might have some problems. But the way it is now, 846 doesn't care if these forts burn. They're just going to build another one. Got so many kills killing him. Oh man, you guys, I never should have had an infantry icon put in there, right? I should have just stuck with archers. I get all you infantry players coming in here, popping those infantry icons, right? I mean, let's go. You and me, 1-on-1, middle of the field. You bring your best 3 infantry marches. I'll bring my 3 best archer marches. Let's see who wins. Kuo is the Edward of Cav. There was a period of time where Edward was top notch. Right? KVK2, I used Edward YSG. He did some freaking damage. I just saw a player with 90 million power and 100 million kill points. We are doomed. That's not that well. Maybe, maybe they had all their kills coming before, when was it? 10/1/2021? You never know. $797,269 in this KVK or your KVK? What the hell am I looking at here? Those are some serious farms. Oh, I'm like, what are we looking at here, Apo? No problem. 797,269. And it must be reset. So I hear memberships renewing. Thank you to all the renewing members. Rally on a 2010 player here. What's your opinion about 2605 in this KVK? Great fight or nothing special? So, 2605 is doing a fantastic job thus far, right? They are doing what they need to do. They are burning the forts that are in front of them. That said, I think they've got a ways to go as a kingdom yet, because when 846 focuses on that side of the map, they have absolutely zero problems pushing 2605 back through the pass. None whatsoever. So they are just starting this adventure in their kingdom. They will have to go through a couple of KVKs to weed out the dead weight, to bring in new people, to figure out who's who and what's what, and how to move forward. So I think they're doing a great job for being a newer Imperium kingdom. They have a lot of experienced players there. How well those players can mesh together and build what they're looking to build will determine if they become one of the greats or not. Slouty thinks you should delete your YouTube channel. Yeah, Slouty can kiss my ass. I'm just kidding. I never had an issue with Slouty for the most part. The first time I met the man, and Slouty's a king in 1052 for those of you that don't know him. The first time I met him, I was in a voice chat with John Wick, and Slouty jumps in, and the first words I hear Slouty say are, "John, who the fuck is this guy?" And I'm like, "Dude, I just got your kingdom. I'm talking to John." 30 seconds later, Slouty's scouting my city to see how many resources I have, since I just migrated there. And I'm like, oh fuck, what the hell did I do? I'm getting zeroed. Lambo, help please. We are one small alliance, 7 billion power. We did HA twice, and everyone wants to try a new map. Which one do you see as good for us as your perspective? I do not think you should do Warriors Unbound. If you're one Alliance Kingdom at 7 billion power, I do not think you should do Warriors Unbound. I do not think you should do Orleans, especially if you're a newer kingdom, because those you have to have some commanders with some auxiliary skills that you can use. Those maps are so wide open, it's hard to do. In my opinion, it would be so hard to do as a smaller kingdom. Strife of the Eight is very tough on smaller kingdoms as well, because there is potential for 24-hour days, 7-day-a-week fighting. A lot of small kingdoms cannot sustain that. In addition, Strife of the Eight, you have anywhere from 32 to 40. Yeah, you heard me right, 32 to 40 C and D seed kingdoms, smaller kingdoms in a KVK at a time. It makes diplomacy absolute hell. I think the best option, and it might not be the most fun KVK because there's potential that an enemy doesn't even show up to fight, but I think the best option for smaller, newer kingdoms is going to be King of the Nile, or continue to do Heroic Anthem. My opinion, again, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. That's my opinion. And it looks like Pete Rocks also echoes that same opinion here. So yeah, earlier today when Apocalypse was streaming, I said, Apo, send DB a message. Because I saw DB was doing a rally on a flag. So I said, Apo, send DB a message. Tell him that Slouty has not approved him as a rally lead and he needs to cancel the rally. I just remember fighting in 1052, and when people would rally that Slouty didn't think should be rallying him, he'd fucking go off at him on Discord. Yep, it is reset time, so let me reset the game before I do something stupid and start popping buffs that don't really take effect. Look at Lucerne. Finally, no more golden heads. What? What? Let me get in there. Hang on. Oh my. Oh, yep. Ooh, nice. There's 5 gold heads. What is that? Eternal Night? Gathering equipment? We finished this already, by the way, so yeah, that's what happens when I get a day off and I'm bored. Tell us the story. In the old days, it was a nightmare with rallies. Yeah. Now I have to convince the king before we get wrecked. Yeah, armaments are good at these. For whatever reason, when I dispatch troops, I never see these legendary armament choice chests on my main account. I always see them on my farm accounts. And hell, as I say that, there's one on my main account. But half my farm accounts don't even have the commanders to go and fucking pick that shit up. I mean, I think I got one farm account that I've got 3 of these on that I don't have the commanders that are required to go and pick the damn thing up. Hey, Tomei goes in. Let's use you. What can you bring us today? Not a whole lot, only one cutscene. I'm not impressed. Oh, wonderful. Stuff for the V formation. That's awesome. Recycle time. Alright, what else we got? VIP. Apo with the 5 gifted. You didn't have to do that, Apo. It's greatly appreciated, but you never have to. Don't feel obligated. 51 likes. We're getting there. We're getting there. Ooh, I'll show you what else I got today. Hang on. I forgot. This reminded me, right? The first animated Mina. So those of you that got a gifted membership from Apo, be sure and thank the man. Greatly appreciated, Apo. You are a true friend. Oh, so sweet. I love you too. Love you like a brother, that is, not in a guy-on-guy sort of way. Not that there's anything wrong with people who choose that lifestyle. Don't want to get canceled on YouTube. What people do in the privacy of their own home is, hey, that's on you. We'll just leave it at that before I say anything that YouTube might not like. There are too many emojis that mean dead weight here. So, I mean, Electro King sends me an emoji. I can't insult the man and not use it, right? So we'll look at switching some around here in the next day or two. So I've got about another half a dozen that I can rotate in there. Bears Still Suck is staying, period. Bears Still Suck will always be here. Oof. Oof, you're saying the Electro King emoji means dead weight? Oof. Oh boy. Oh boy. What do we got here? Yeah, we did Gem Rush too, right? Got a bunch of Tariq sculptures. It was nice to see commanders in there besides Montezuma that I actually needed. So, thank you for that, Lilith. See, this is the result of doing Gem Rush. 106 days left on the 30-day gem supply, and 63 days left on the 7-day material supply. And I don't think we popped these yet, did we? You like those, Apple? You haven't seen those yet? So on the advice of DB in 2049, I have changed my sunset lineup a tad bit, right? I used to use Richard Constantine up here. He said a lot of players in their KVK are using Sargon Constantine. So we did that. Now, do I have my best equipment on? I'm going to have to check. I think I got my second best set on Boudica, so why is she primary in Canyon? Yeah, she should not be primary attacking in Canyon. That should be ZL. Speaking of Electro King. Sorry, buddy. All right, now here's the thing. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. So I am getting 4th place in MGE. I'm supposed to get as close to my designated points without passing them of 17 million. Currently, I am at 15.7 million. So I cannot get more than 17 million points. So I can gather just a little bit today. So we'll get our food. We'll get a wood. We'll at least get a level 6 wood. Lambo needs wood. We'll get a stone. And we'll get a gold. And that's probably all we're going to do on this account today for gathering. Otherwise, the rest of the day, I'm just going to run forts. So I want to get above 16 million because somebody else might get, 15,999,999, but below 17 million. Exactly, DB. Lambo needs wood. That's what she said. Alright, so what I do need to do at least 5 barbs though. Help each other 20 times. Silver chest. Did I not open silver chest? Materials. Why can't it just be 10? Why is it always got to be 9? And I got to click on the damn thing 9 times. Hey, careful now, Clap. Careful now. I mean, you're just one click away, my friend. You're just one click away. No, I'm just fucking with you, buddy. Shit, what else? Not thinking straight. 5 barbs. Just save the 9 till you get one more silver key. I can't do that. I can't do that. You don't understand. So funny story, right? My CC Honda march, that's the march that I use to rush the obelisks and Ark of Osiris, right? So earlier today, I saw a boss here, and I wanted the 30 gems. So, real quickly, I sent out my CC Honda march. It was all fucking T1s. Well, believe it or not, the T1s beat the boss. And I got the hell out of there before all the other barbs swarmed me. Let me try and find the report here. I posted it in chat earlier this morning. There we go. Right, so this is T1 troops. And I did take out the boss and get my 30 gems, god damn it. Oops. I'm getting first in this MG. I haven't taken one since Tito came out because I have every archer. Yeah, I mean, the priority list for us is, this is, in general, this is a cavalry MG, right? Although it's an archer MG, there's the new cavalry commander in it. So anyone who is going to max them after the 3 MGEs and has the equipment to do the rallies, the Pride of the Con, the Sacred Dominion, all the rest of the shit, who's got iconics on all that stuff, those are the people who get priority placement for Justinian. Now, Stitch and Resurgence, they couldn't wait. They wanted to use them in the last Ark of Osiris match, so they both expertised them right away. So that kind of bumped me up on the list a little bit. MF, obviously, he's got everything, so he's getting first this time. Kat, she has got very good gear as well, better than my gear. She's got the Pride of the Con, the Sacred Dominion. I don't have those, so she's in number 2. Mavic is primarily a cavalry infantry player, so he's up in 3rd. So Kat does a very, very good job to knowing what everybody has to make those placements. Now, when archer commanders come out, first MGE, I'm generally first or second. There's no arguing there that my focus is archers, right? 15k silver keys? Are you kidding me? How do you do it? I just can't. Those quests, I mean, it killed me. It killed me to save up gold keys when that new Greek commander came out. And then I fucking opened them all before he was even in the gold key chest. I thought, hey, Greek commander's here, let's open them all. And yeah, Lambo screwed up, but... Well, yeah, this is what we were doing, isn't it? $23,206 silver keys? Are you kidding me? Why? What do they do for you in your inventory? I don't understand. At least if you open them, you get some resources, you get some speed ups. I don't get it. What am I doing wrong? Why can't I save like that? Yeah, they're good money in the bank. Okay, here's the thing. When I do that stuff on stream, I get skunked. I get absolutely skunked. Whenever I make equipment, other than the Ring of Doom, the 5th Ring of Doom that I made that was an instant crit, have you guys ever seen me crit something live on stream? No. And it doesn't work like that. Spinning the wheel. This was the best wheel I think I've ever spun live on stream. I got 36 HQ heads the first day and 35 the second day. But that's including the ones you get from the bonus chest, right? So is it really that good? You know, I don't have luck when I do things on stream. Yeah. DB's sending me screenshots of his 20,000 fucking silver keys and 9,000 gold. Yeah. Rub it in. Here you go, DB. Here you go, okay? Here you go. In your face. Right? Yep, you're bad luck. You're bad luck. Red line. Okay, so I open the other day. Okay, so the other day for MF, I crafted 4 legendary set pieces. 2 of them crit, first craft. 2 of the 4. That was off stream. Had I done it on stream, I guarantee you none would have crit. I don't know how you did that, Baz. I know some people that were lucky too. DB, you remember Doctor Strange from 1052, right? I mean, 50% of his legendaries that he crafted crit first try. It just absolutely floored me. I don't understand how people get that lucky all the time like that. You know, I mean, here I am grinding refinement after refinement after refinement. And these other people, it's, you know, oh yeah, almost everything crit for me first craft. Or 50%, blah, blah, blah. I have not used that leadership gear yet in fighting Pete, so I have yet to tell you. All right, so we're done doing our daily stuff here. I'm sick and tired of getting a number of gold keys from everybody else in chat, so let's go back to the fighting. Let's make fun of some people. Ooh, looks like 2010's awake. You got a nice group there. 484's got a small ball here as well. Well, I mean, okay, that sounded perverted, but that's not how I meant it. So I mean, so the next, I got my leadership set done, right? I need one more iconic to put on that weapon, and then they're all iconic as well. So the next thing that I'm looking for is I need a ring and a horn for Sargon. I need a horn for XY, and I want a Mora's Web on Artie. So that's all accessories. That's all freaking crazy expensive, right? And then after I get that set, I will have my 7 marches with all legendary accessories. I'll be good to go. And then I can start refining, you know, my second archer set, my third archer set, my second cavalry set, my I think my infantry sets are not the quote-unquote best of the best, right? But I think they're pretty well good. I know my Guan is. Where's Sargon? Yeah, I mean, all of his stuff is crit. I'm going to ride this blue shield as long as I can. You know, it makes no sense to make the set shield here at this time because I already got 2 pieces from the set on him. And really, I don't consider myself an infantry player. I'm more archers and cavalry than infantry. You know, I do have the Guan set here, right? You know, again, it's not meta. You know, it would be KVK helmet, KVK weapon, and I think it is the set gloves and the set boots, if I'm not mistaken. The second cavalry set, we got the two biggies already crit, the Navarre's Control and the Ash of the Dawn. It's just getting these other four pieces done. Two pieces of leadership plus drums plus four pieces infantry altogether and nothing crit. The first piece of leadership gear that you refined crit on the first refine. Yeah, I don't understand either. Then again, I you know, I'll say this, right? I have a great wife that I've been married to for 26 years. I've got three wonderful kids who are well on track to become productive members of society. So if that's all the luck that God gives me, I'm fine with that. Right? If I'm not lucky in lottery tickets and I'm not lucky at the casino and I'm not lucky in slot machines, and least of all, I'm not lucky crafting gear, hey, that's fine. That's fine. You know, I mean, I've told this story before, but a buddy I used to live with on two separate occasions, it was, hey, Mike, the rent's due. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Maybe he's running to the bank to pull money out, you know, whatever. He would come back with two scratch-off lottery tickets and say, okay, I took my last $2. I forgot about rent. I took the last $2 I had and bought scratch-offs. Here you go. Here's my rent. You know, and he'd hand me one scratch-off be like $75, and the other scratch-off be like, you know, $10. That's back when rent was like $325 a month, right? Be like, okay, here's my portion of rent. And it's like, dude, you took the last $2 you had on the last day of the month, you went to the 7-Eleven, you bought two scratch-off tickets, and that's how you're paying your rent money? He's like, yep. You talk about living on the edge. You know, this is the same guy who, you know, we bored one night, our, you know, Nintendo wasn't working or whatever, and, you know, we decided to drive to one of the Indian casinos. We each take $20 into the casino. Within 10 minutes, my $20 is gone playing the slots. Within the same 10-minute period, he's up $120. I'd be like, Mike, my 20's gone. He'd be like, well, hang on, I got money. You know, I still want to play. And it's like, okay, how are you doing? Well, I'm up $110. Okay, I'm out $20. You're up $110. We've been here 5 minutes. Let's get the fuck out of here while you're ahead. And by the way, you're paying for the gas and you're buying me breakfast on the way home. Luckiest son of a bitch I ever met in my life. Used to have a tradition where we'd go fishing before Sunday morning, real early, before the Packers played at noon, right? And me and my two buddies, we'd each buy 3 lottery tickets. One lottery ticket would go to the person who caught the first fish of the morning. One lottery ticket would go from each of us, right? Would go to the person who caught the biggest fish of the day, and one lottery ticket would go to the person who caught the most fish that day. You know, this guy, he you know, I might have 4 lottery tickets because I caught the most and I caught the biggest, but he would catch the first fish, and sure as shit, you know, none of my lottery tickets would win a dime. Sure as shit, he'd scratch off his, oh, $20. Never failed. Some people just have that luck and some don't, I guess. I don't know. But like I said, I've been lucky in life with a wonderful wife and 3 great kids. So, you know, a man can't ask for much more than that. The only other thing I really ever asked for in life was to see the Packers win the Super Bowl, and I've seen that twice. So, no matter what happens here on out, I will die a happy man. Alright, sending a rally here. We get to see a rally. This flag needs to burn. We got a choke point here at the pass, so it's very time consuming to refresh their troops. You out of here, Baz? If so, you have yourself a good evening. Thanks for hopping on. Appreciate seeing you, hanging out with you as always. Don't be a stranger. Yeah, I want to hang out for a bit with you guys still, but hey, my eyelids are just starting to close. I know Apo just rated me about a half hour ago, so I don't want to disappoint him and his viewers who just came over here, right? Which, by the way, if you're still here from Apo's stream, don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button as well. 1484 versus 2010 had so much more kill potential today. Yeah, I think they've had a lot more fighting than you guys have down there, right? And yep, we're seeing a rally on that flag now. A Xeno YSS in the flag. Oh boy. Is that a rally or is that just people swarming? Yeah, no, that's a rally. I think. And here comes the swarm. Get ready, I'm going to wake myself up here. Plug your ears. Yeah, I was watching a streamer in one of these other kingdoms who shall remain unnamed talking about 484 saying they're using bots. I saw no evidence of them using bots, but he was swearing up and down, yeah, they're using bots. As soon as I come out of my city, they're targeting me. They're using bots. Which is the standard go-to when somebody's getting dominated on the field. That's just how YouTube does it. I don't know why they don't show the number of dislikes, but a like, a dislike, it all counts as an interaction. A like, a dislike, everyone who votes in the poll, everyone who types in chat, it's all counted as a stream interaction, and it's those interactions that help, boost the stream up so that it's on the main page if somebody searches Rise of Kingdoms or one of those keywords that's in there. So I mean, really, yeah, it's nice to see likes, but if somebody dislikes the stream, hey, hell, they're interacting with the stream, so whatever. Yeah, I can understand that, DB. I mean, there are kingdoms that I don't understand how they can reinforce as good as they do. When I can't even see the fucking flag, yet they're able to reinforce constantly and constantly put the exact right number of marches in there or microfill. But then again, you can only have 100 marches in the flag, right? So if there's a bot that's constantly refilling the flag, there's still got to be someone online that's kicking the lower the low marches out. So I don't know. And can a bot really jump from city to city to city to flag, to city to city to city to flag? So it's hard to know these days. You just gotta play the game and have fun. Oh, I wasn't daring anyone. 150 likes and I let Lambo zero me. But yeah, what did Only Farmer on one of her streams? What? She was doing the hammer event and she was on a legendary floor. And she said, okay, if I one-click this and find the legendary thing, I'm going to zero, I forget what the guy's name is. I'm going to zero somebody in the kingdom. Sure as shit, first thing she clicked was her legendary equipment piece on that archaeological dig legendary floor. And then not 2 minutes later, she's surprised as all hell. I think we all were. But then not 2 minutes later, she's like, okay, now seriously though, I'm crafting this Ring of Doom. If it crits the first try, I'll zero him, I promise. And sure enough, it crit the first try. But she was not able to zero the person she said she was going to zero because she couldn't kick him out of the alliance. He was the R4, not her. But it was hilarious. It was so funny. And then what? The next day or the same stream? Was it the next day or the same stream? She opened 2 legendary armaments choice chests. Well, she opened like 8 or 10 of them at once. But she got 2 legendary choice chests with double inscriptions on them. And they weren't, like farming or barbarian damage or anything like that. They were good fighting inscriptions on both of them. She had a 24-hour period of luck there that was just insane. What's up, Swizz? That was the same stream? Yeah. So, I don't know. If that happened to me, I'd probably quit playing the game. See, we'll show you how unlucky we are. I think we only have one of these, but I will be willing to bet you that there is at least 2 useless attributes on this. Okay, 1. One could argue march speed is potentially useless. Yeah, we saw that, Swizz. Armament. They took some gold heads out of it, but they put in the legendary choice chest for some armament. So yeah, that is kind of nice. But yeah, speak of the devil, Only Farmer is still streaming. My goodness, she's been going on for a while now. She's streaming the same KVK. She's probably fighting somewhere in here. So I think I'm going to call it a night. This was my second stream of the day. I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out this evening. We are going to go and sit down in front of the TV and probably fall asleep. So we will catch you tomorrow again, 17 UTC on Plato's channel. We got the podcast. Be sure and jump on for that. We got some interesting topics to discuss. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.